Oh, come on, get this thing to work. Fit on the little... Oh, hi. Blind Prime here with Cream the Cat, my co-host, and today we're going to be talking about Transformers Studio Series Gamerverse Ironhide. And I'm trying to get his stupid little axe to attach to this thing that it's supposed to attach to on his roof, but it just doesn't want to do it. And when it finally does, it doesn't really stay very long. Like I can put it in there, and it sits, and then it doesn't want to sit anymore. It's so angry. It's just not working. Like this is a I don't like the axe. Hi, welcome to more MtMtE / Blindformers. Today is a special episode because I'm going to be talking about a Transformer that we've talked about on this channel just recently. A few months ago, to be exact, we talked about Gamerverse Ratchet here. Now look at this. I got to pick up Gamerverse Ratchet by the axe on top of him. But this axe that comes with, I don't know what they did. I don't know what they changed, but this axe that comes with the Ironhide does not ever want to fit in properly. And I don't know what's going on with that at all, but it just doesn't want to stay. It just doesn't want to stay. And you know, this is one of those moments where I'm like, I really wish they had just done a siege port. Because these rectangle things are fun and all, but if something messes up in the construction of them, if there's just the smallest QC error, they could just fall off. You know, it's not right. I don't like it. I have to get some sticky tack or something involved, but I think I'm going to do the normal thing, which is if I get a Ratchet and an Ironhide, one stays in robot mode and the other one stays in vehicle mode. So we're going to set the axe off to the side because we're not really going to talk about that much. It's the, let's see, is it the same axe? I love how this one fits on. Does this one fit on? Is this one just as hard to put back on? I haven't actually tried this one in a while. Let's see, there's the spot. Okay, and then there's the axe. And yeah, no, it's just a pain to get this one to fit in right. It just never wants to fit properly. There it goes. Oh, maybe I've been putting it on the wrong doohickey. I'm supposed to be using these 2 rectangle bits, not the 1 rectangle bit. So let me see if I use the 2 rectangle bits in the rear, if it connects better. It does! Okay, so you've got to, when you're putting the axe on top of your Ironhide, make sure that the handle is facing out towards his front windshield. And you don't want to use the little rectangle thing on top, the one that's going from left to right. You want to use the 2 rectangles that are going from front to back that are parallel to each other. Looks like a little equal sign. You want to use that. I mean, it's not like an equal sign. It's pretty far apart, but still 2 parallel lines. That's what you're looking for. And then you get it to hold on very tightly. Look at that. That's so much better. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so let's compare these guys side to side. And then we'll compare them in other ways. First off, I want to see if they changed anything in the vehicle modes. That is the big thing to look at first. Now let's feel around. Let's feel around. Okay, there's a little, not really different there. Not really different there. Oh wait, we got more vent going on the sides for. Yeah, and these vents are kind of tucked in a bit more. That could be I mistransformed it, but I don't think that's the case. These are different vents. It's slight retooling in the front area, but not by much. Yeah, these vents come straight down on either side of this bit, and these vents here on this guy are kind of bent backwards. Now that could be I mistransformed it, or it could be that this is supposed to be like that, because these actually feel like some sort of different type of bumper. Like this is more of an off-road vehicle. Like maybe that's a winch or something. I don't know. But it feels different. It is definitely a different look right there. What fell off? Oh, your gun fell off. So Ratchet's gun that he has is this thing that has a little spinny claw that you think you can pull out, but it doesn't pull out. It just spins in circles. Don't really know what it's all about. I think it would be cool if you could take it out of its little moorings, but oh well, it's a weird spinny gun. That's what comes with Ratchet. And what comes with Ironhide here, take it off of his rear bumper, is this like sniper cannon. I don't think it could be akin to a sniper rifle. It seems similar to the one that we got with Starscream, actually. And saying that, let's grab Starscream's weapon and see if they're the same. So we got Starscream over here. Let's see, Starscream. Are you Starscream? I think you're Starscream. I need your weird gun. Is it on your back? Please be on your back. No, your mace is on your back. Your other mace is on your back, because I gave you 2 maces. And you have... Where's your gun? Where's your gun? Ah! Oh, nuts, it fell. Crap. Alright, there it is. I found it. It was on Skywarp. So, we've got the gun that came with Starscream here, which is, we know, a sniper rifle. It feels like a sniper rifle. And this weird cannon thing that's similar to a sniper rifle, but we can compare them together real quick and see they're different. They are different. It seems like this is more akin to... So, Starscream got the sniper rifle, and this guy got the assault rifle or something. Something that's almost like a sniper rifle, but not quite. So medium range compared to the long range of a sniper rifle. So there you go. Not really much different. There's some cool textures in here, but it does feel a little... It feels a little off. Like, not as much detail. But then again, this is based on a video game, so what we get here are the bigger kind of sculpt work details so that, you could see them in the video game, and that's what we're getting here. Really nice little things. They went out of their way. I like the ammo compartment hanging out underneath the gun. It's just this big barrel that that would have bullets in it or something. So I like that. I like Ironhide's weapon. It's not a sniper rifle, and it's not the weird claw gun, but it is a fun little gun. And I appreciate that every one of these in the Gamerverse is coming with a different weapon that you could pick up in the game. And so eventually, you're going to end up getting all the weapons that you could pick up in the game. And I can't remember if there was a BFG or not, but I wonder if there is a BFG, who's going to get it? All right, so remove the axes. The axes are... Let's see, are they the same axe? Yes. Yes, they are the same axe. They are the same mold axe. So we're going to set Ratchets over here and Ironhides over here. Now we can compare these two guys. And vehicle-wise, on the sides, not much really is different about them. Not much is different on any of these parts, except this front grille. That's how you can tell them apart. One of them's front grille is kind of dipped in. The other one has this really nice, shiny grille all around it. So one of them looks like he's been through some stuff and he's hit some things. And the other one looks like he spent all his time inside of sterile hospitals. It's a good way of thinking about them, because there's not much other than that to tell them apart. The windows are the same. The top of the vehicle is the same. Actually, not quite. On Ironhide here, this little rectangular spot is sticking up further than on Ratchet. And that's neat, but rear-wise, let's spin these guys around to the back. Rear-wise, the same. There's nothing different back. Actually, no, wait, I misspoke. There is something different. There's a vent on the back of Ironhide. Yeah, there's a vent down the middle of it. Ooh, I love me some vent action. And there's some vents on either side. I like that. That's some nice little vent action going on here. With Ratchet, not the case. We don't get that fun vent that we get with Ironhide. So that's another neat little difference between the two vehicle modes. But, actually, let's see. All right. Well, I believe that's it. That's all the difference between the vehicle modes. So we're going to move Ratchet off over here to the side. And we're going to transform this guy real quick. We're going to do... Now, I'm not really going to verbalize this transformation much because I did that on the Ratchet episode. So please check out my Gamerverse Ratchet episode. Oh, and before I forget, like, share, and subscribe, comment below. And I also have a Discord. CCS's set one up for me today, Discord channel. So if you want to, check out the post I just posted, and that will lead you to the Discord channel. So click on that link and join me on Discord. I need to start becoming more apparent in those online social media platforms. I've been working on Reddit, and I managed to get more than a 50-day streak. I've been hanging out on Reddit a lot more, commenting on the Transformers stuff, and now I'm on Discord. So check me out on Discord. Blind_Prime Cybertron, I think is what it's called. Let's get to Ironhide. So this is I like this vehicle mode because it's solid when it gets built, but ooh, it is difficult to get him into the solid mode because there's just so many ways you can do this wrong. And we went over all of those, but you just got to kind of wiggle different things to get his transformation started. And I always advise wiggling at the hands by wiggling this wheel that the arm is attached to. Just wiggle that wheel about, and you're just going to disconnect stuff. There we go. We got one arm disconnected. We're going to wiggle him. We're going to disconnect the other arm. We're going to spread these arms out. Now that the arms are disconnected, everything starts, because they're the keystones, so everything starts changing. All of this stuff starts moving around. We get a lot of motion happening now. All right, now that you've disconnected the arms from the sides and you've loosened things up, next step is to come to the underside, and this area that feels kind of hollow between the back wheels, that's actually something that gets picked up. So we're going to pick each of those pieces up, and they're going to just kind of wiggle about. They're going to waggle. And now that they're waggling about, we can then come over here to the roof of the vehicle and move half the roof up. Okay, and that's going to actually cause more waggling, and more parts are going to move around. And that's exactly what we want here, because now we've got all sorts of stuff going on over here with the front of this vehicle mode, which is now what we're working on. We are trying to get him to be himself. So now we've got to move these pauldrons, which are set up to be kind of like a little canal. So in vehicle mode, these pauldrons that get folded up, you connect them together, and you let so these are at they're right angles. There's a wall and another wall, but then there's two sides of the square that there's nothing there. So it's just a right angle. And what you do is you want to connect it in such a way that two of the sides touch each other at the lowest end, leaving a big gap at top. And then the other two sides make little walls, so it's just this little cup area. And that's how you fold it up to make sure that that the clearances are all good. Because this guy, when you're transforming him, it's all about clearances. He's got so many clearance things. So we're going to pull this entire upper body up. Now take these shoulder pauldrons, and we're going to split them off from either side and rotate them so that the flat side that was once the bottom of this little cup is now going to be the front of the pauldron, hanging out the front of him. Now we got to find his head. His head is kind of folded up in here. We got to kind of get it out. Come on, Mr. Head, Mr. Head. You need to unfold yourself, Mr. Head. So let's see if we can get this head to unfold itself from inside the body, because it's just kind of squeezed in there, squished in there just a bit. It's a little squished. There. Come on. Maybe if we pull this back in a bit more. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's gotten the... Oops. What did I just knock over? Knocking things over here, Blind_Prime. They went Rodimus. Okay. Let's just ignore the head for now. We're going to come back around to it. Let's work on getting these legs together, huh? Because this is just a mess right now. This is just a mess. So we got to find the little flappy doodles that we did, and we pulled up that little bit. Now this entire assembly is going to have to kind of split in half. Come on, Mr. Assembly. We just want you to part ways. There you go. There's a good one. Now we just kind of rotate that around, and we pull this down at its own little angle, and here we are. Ooh, I like this transformation. This is just such a weird one, but it's so much fun. All right, so there's the knee. Cool. Now this piece is going to be folded up inside of the leg. Let's see. Yeah, so we got this. All right, fold that piece down because that's going to become the toe. This toe is not shaped right. Mr. Toe. Mr. Toe, all right. Yeah, gotten a little complicated here. Let's get this piece going right. Now these pieces have got to fold up. So we've got to fold some stuff together to make this guy come together. All right, so this piece is going to fold up on the outside, then that piece is going to fold in on itself. So there's this piece that wraps around to be a vehicle, to be like the center core of the rear of the vehicle, and half of it folds on top of itself. You can kind of feel that. And then we fold that entire assembly in on itself. It's pretty cool. It comes together quite nicely. And of course, this is just me doing the reverse of what I talked about on my episode where I discussed how to transform this guy. And when we're getting these leg pieces combined together, you fold everything up on the side, and then that just folds into the hollow gap. And then this piece, remember this was one of the first pieces we moved. It was that weird shaped flappy doodle between the rear wheels. It's got a little bitty cut in the plastic, and it's going to actually combine together with some little tabs. And if you do it right, it's awesome. If you do it wrong, it doesn't work. So make sure you do it right. It may take you a few times to do it right. And if you put too much pressure on it, it's going to pop out. So you gotta do it right and make sure the pressure's right. All right, now that's that one leg done. Okay, now let's come over here to the other leg, and we're gonna just kind of do the same stuff. So fold that little panel down, fold this little panel in, and then this piece is going to fold up. Come on, Mr. Piece. There you go. There's a good piece. Yeah, fold up, and then fold that foot down. Mr. Foot, are you separated from the rest of the leg, Mr. Foot? Mr. Foot. There you go. Yes, you are separated from the rest of the leg. Good job, Mr. Foot. Now we're going to fold this panel down, and it should just kind of snap into place a little bit. We just got to make sure we squooge things together. We squeeze them together a bit, and it's a little flat. It's a little flappy. We gotta flap it up. Gotta attach that flap. Get that in there. There you go. Yeah. Good. Not good. Still something's messed up there. There we go. All right. Next step is these legs are wrong. Oh, the wheels are supposed to be on the outside. So next step is we're rotating each of the legs 180 degrees. Not at the waist, but at the thigh swivel. There you go. Yeah. Now we've got some appropriate legs. He's got some big legs. Next step is we're going to rotate him at the waist to match his legs. Now, this little, this part of the vehicle that was kind of the front is going to get folded in on itself to be a really fun kind of backpack piece. So we're just going to fold these guys in on themselves, and they're going to spread out a bit. Come on now. Don't fight yourselves. That's good. Yeah. You're all friends here. There you go. All right. Now that we folded those guys up so they make a fun little triangle, we're going to then come down over here to the body, and we're going to just attach that. So we're going to fold the body up so that so that his abs line up with the waist, line up with his crotch. I guess his head doesn't pop out much further than that. Right, his head is kind of just in there, isn't it? It's he doesn't have the best head in my opinion, but it's okay. Kind of wanted it to be further out, but it'll be all right. Now this piece we're just going to kind of set in there, and it's just going to fold down a bit. Now lower the arms down. We forgot to mess with them too much because we were so focused on other things. Let's get these arms to be in the correct stations. Come on, arms. Come on now, arms. We want you to rotate around so that you are correct. You're not correct yet. You're not correct, arms. Fold. There you go. Good arms. Good arms. There we are. Yeah, that's better. That's better, Mr. Arm. Now we can fold the shoulder pauldron over that assembly to kind of hide it a bit. There we are. Yeah. Now we're going to do the same with the other side. And we're going to fold up the arm, fold it around, kind of just keep folding it until it works so that the wheel ends up being the elbow, and up here at the top we've got a lot of just nasty looking stuff, just some hinges and things, but don't worry, this shoulder pauldron folds right on top of all of that stuff and hides it from view because we don't want to see it. It's all nasty stuff we don't want to look at. There we go. All right, now we've got him complete, I think. So we're going to fold up the little backpack. It's just going to kind of sit there. I know. I'm a little annoyed by how this backpack looks, but I think that's appropriate for the game. Let's see. I'm one of those people that I'd rather it be really nice looking than be, exact to the game. Because, I mean, it was a video game. It's not real life. So sometimes clearances don't work and other things don't work. So you got to make it work. All right, there we are. Now we can fold these. Now the hands themselves just kind of sit there. No more transformation needed with the hands and that back. All right, there we are. Now this guy doesn't really have much difference from Ratchet. So we're just going to handle Ratchet real quick. And hopefully this will go a lot faster. And I hope so. So we can compare the two together. And I am dreading transforming this guy back. This is not one of the transformations I enjoy doing because he's very finicky. He's a very finicky transformation. Both of these guys are. So here we go. All right. Now we're going to move this piece around here. We're going to switch that piece there. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. You stupid arms. Get to where you're going. And maybe we'll have to pop off some stuff up here. Now, we need these arms. There it goes. Cool. All right. Now we need the next arm. Yeah. When we were transforming this, these arms are so important. If you don't line those arms up properly, the transformations just do not work. They need the arms to be where they are. And now comes a part. There it goes. All right. So that's a bit of a difficult part of the transformation is for Ratchet. This top fold down assembly for the roof of the vehicle mode. When it gets in there, it's in there. And you've got to work to get it out of there. So let's split that apart. But luckily, Ratchet's legs split apart so much easier than Ironhide's. Now we rotate them around, and then we're going to fold this panel in on that panel, and then this thing is just going to fold up on the back end. Come on, fold up. Pardon me. And there we go. Fold it up, fold it up. Foot is folded down. Weird little assembly piece comes down on top of all that and combines together. There we are. Rotate that leg 180 degrees so that the wheel is sticking out. Now to the other side, let's go ahead and fold this up. There it is. All right, and now this piece is going to fold down into that piece, and then this piece is going to rotate up and fold on top of those pieces, and then that's going to fold over, and then this piece on top is going to fold down, and it's going to cover the gappage, and hopefully line up with those pieces, but we're being a little bit rushed with this, so we're not going to try and get it perfect. We're not going for a perfect score here today. What we're trying to do is just get this guy transformed so we can compare and contrast him to the other. Next step, rotate that waist 180 degrees. Now the back is done. All right, at least the lower legs are done. Now next step is getting this guy to unfold up here and up there. There we are. Okay, so these arms are out of the way. Come on, arms. Don't fight me. Don't fight me, Mr. Arm. Thank you. There we are. All right, now next step is pulling this backpack off. And then we're going to fold up the backpack to make the weird triangle shape that Ironhide also has. And then this entire assembly is going to be moving around. Come on, Mr. Assembly. I need you to brake. I need you to brake in the right way. Brake for me. Brake for me, Mr. Assembly. Please, please brake for me. All right, there's his head. His head is a little looser. Oh, his head's really loose. All right, move that shoulder pauldron down and around. Move that shoulder pauldron down and around. Move the body up and out. There it goes. Rotate it around. Snap it into place. There's his head. It's all visible. There's that piece. Rotate this around. Make sure that's the shoulder. And elbow is the wheel. Shoulder pauldron goes over the shoulder joint assembly bit so that it is hidden from view because it looks gross. There it goes. And next step is folding that backpack up. And there we have a Ratchet. I know. A little easier to transform whenever I'm not trying to make sure to go over them multiple times. All right, two together. Let's compare them now to finish this video out. And first off and foremost, the heads are definitely different. That is the biggest difference between the two so far. Make sure you line up. Ironhide's head seems to be a little more into his chest area than Ratchet's head. Ratchet's head seems to be a little more popped out. Ratchet's head, of course, has the two little wings on the other side, and Ironhide's just is a flat helmet kind of thing, like a soldier. He doesn't need any special antennae or anything like that. It just gets in the way. His shoulder pauldrons and the shoulder pauldrons for Ratchet are different. Ratchet's shoulder pauldrons are really nice and sleek and smooth, and Ironhide's shoulder pauldrons are rough. They feel like maybe they've been through some damages, or he's actually just up armored them with some extra metal to make it a little more sturdy. Now on the front of Ironhide, we have a very smooth and sleek chest area with a nice little break, a little man boob going across the entire middle of his chest. For Ratchet, his chest is a lot different. His chest is rugged. His chest makes up the front of the vehicle mode, and you can feel the vents and stuff there. And I think that's really neat. Where Ironhide's chest does have a bit of that front grill, it's just lower down, and the top half of him feels like it is Ratchet's top half, but with like layers of armor added to it. He's added more armor to his body than Ratchet has. Ratchet's a little more sleek because Ratchet is working at a hospital or a mechanic place. I don't know what you would call that. So that's another big difference is in the chests. Very distinctive differences between their two chests. Very, very distinct. And then on the backs, turn them around. Not much different in the back area. Very similar, very, very similar to each other whenever it comes to how they look around the rear. Front of the legs for Ratchet, very smooth, sleek, not really much going on. There's that wheel, but everything for Ratchet is very glossy and textured. And for Ironhide, very similar textures. Actually, the exact same textures. Is it? Is that the exact same? It is. The exact same. Nuts. The exact same textures on both legs for them, and they have the same feet. I think. Let's grab Ratchet again. And Ratchet, are your feet the same as Ironhide's? They are. They are the same as Ironhide's. So I didn't talk about Ratchet when it comes to the new way we grade things. Ratchet was on the old grading scale, and I think that new grading scale wise, I'll give each of their robots an A. I think that they are very nice. They're very well done. They're solid robots. Maybe an A plus. No. There's things about them that I don't really like, but I do enjoy, and I enjoy how they feel in the hand. So yeah, they each get an A plus from me because I just have a soft spot for this mold. I have a soft spot for any Ironhide Ratchet stuff. Yeah, I'm a little biased. I'll admit that. I'll admit that gladly. So transformation wise, the transformations are going to get B pluses because of the fact that it's just you have to be so precise with it. You have to get everything in just so, and it's a lot of origami and folding and connecting. So the transformations for both of them are going to get B pluses. The vehicle modes for both of them are going to get solid A's because the vehicle modes are both really nice. They're really sturdy, but they're just Cybertronian vehicles. There's nothing that really makes the vehicle modes pop when it comes to textures. Like there's nothing to tell the difference between Ironhide and Ratchet, and I don't really like that. I always love it when Ratchet gets a light bar in his vehicle mode because, as a blind person, I know which one's Ratchet. Ratchet's the one with the light bar. But that's not the case with these two. So Ratchet's the one that has the fully formed grill and vents around his grill. And Ironhide's the one that looks like his grill's been through a war zone. That's the best way to tell the difference between them in vehicle mode. So overall rating is I think an A minus for both of them. They're excellent figures. They definitely are up there in the engineering. They have transformations that are fun. not as intuitive as I would like, but definitely fun. And there's just things about them that are slightly wonky that I don't really like too much, but I'm willing to forgive because they did come out very well and very solid. There's no waffling anywhere on these guys. They're just very, very solid figures. Not even the bottoms of the feet have waffling, and that is something that I absolutely adore. I love the fact that we get these two figures with very little waffling and that come out to be so good, and they both have decent weight to them, and I consider them both really, really good Voyager class figures. They represent a great example of the Voyager price point. But I have blathered on long enough. Stand up straight, mister. Oh my god. I've talked long enough about Studio Series, Gamerverse, Ironhide, and Gamerverse Ratchet. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you're looking to collect the Gamerverse series, know that the Ratchet mold is a good one. It is a lot of fun to transform. Even though I gave it a B+, it's still a good transformation. It's just a little bit of an aggravating one. It took me a while to get Ironhide and Ratchet into their vehicle modes, and you can watch that on the Blindformers episode I did on Gamerverse Ratchet just a few short months ago. But I really appreciate all of you so much for doing all the things on my videos, all the comments, all the shares, all the likes, all the subscriptions. It has been helping. It has been helping me reach more audience. I'm growing by subscribers every day, and I have no one to thank but you. You, my listeners, my viewers, the people that follow me. I really appreciate all of you. And it's awesome to be a part of this, and making this thing grow. And it's amazing to start building this community and having individuals like you assisting me in reaching the blind and the visually impaired and helping them with their depression, and assisting me in reaching the sighted who have no idea, who are completely ignorant about the blind, and showing them some things from the blind perspective to get them to help them understand a bit more about blindness. I'm not trying to, change anybody's world philosophies here. I'm just trying to show them that blind people like toys too. That blind people like a lot of things that the sighted like. We just like them in a different way. And that's why this channel raises awareness. Because we do like them in a different way, and it's fun to show that to individuals who may not know it. So I've been Blind Prime, this big thing that sleeps on the corner of the table, so far away today. Look at it. You're feet away. Why don't you come over and say hi? Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, you want to curl up next to me? Yeah. Cuddles with cream? Cuddles with cream. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I've enjoyed making it. I hope that you've enjoyed listening to it. Until next Prime, bye-bye for now.